Hi guys, my name is Marielle and I am bringing you today another video on life coaching. Today I wanted to focus a little bit on those inner voices that we all have, those pesky little voices that pop up when we really want to do something and all of a sudden there's this warning sign, this warning sound that asks us, you know, are you enough? Are you ready? Are you sure you want to do that? Do you know enough? It goes on and on, but we all have those little voices that come up as warning signals that in life coaching we call saboteurs. And the interesting thing about our saboteurs is that they are actually defense mechanisms that we create to protect ourselves. They are warning signs that even though they might keep us back, they might make us small, their real purpose is that they are there to keep us safe. They are there trying to protect us from worst case scenarios. So the interesting thing when dealing with inner critics is, first of all, recognizing that we all have those voices, and also that those voices stem usually from childhood experiences that we've had. You know, whether it was a teacher that told you you weren't good at something, whether it was your parents that said something by mistake and it just stuck with you, whether it was those mean friends when you were growing up that criticized you in some capacity, there's a part of you that held on to that notion that you weren't enough. And that voice will pop up as a warning sign whenever you are going after something that you deeply desire, especially in those moments they come up. And I think it's really important to learn how to deal with them, because otherwise they will keep you back, they will keep you small, and they aren't entirely necessary. So I think the first thing to do when dealing with your inner voices, with your inner critic, is to recognize when they pop up, and as they pop up, to notice that to acknowledge that, you know, that they are a part of you, that it is a part of you that wants to keep you safe, that wants to protect you. So coming at them from a place of compassion as opposed to trying to prove them wrong or creating an enemy out of yourself, always trying to fight yourself. I think it's important to acknowledge, come from a place of compassion, and identify, if possible, where those voices stem from. So if you can identify where they come from, or even, as strange as it might sound, you know, what do they sound like? Is there a personality that you could give them? Could you name them? And the more that you create a persona out of these inner voices, the more that you can detach yourself from them, so that as and when they come up, you can actually address them as if they were separate to you, and, you know, with acknowledgement, with compassion, tell them that they're not serving your purpose and tell them to go away. I know it sounds really crazy, but you should give this a try. It can be incredibly helpful. And I think in doing so, you can then start working on creating those voices that are more supportive of your dreams and your passions, that act more like cheerleaders than those warning signs, those, you know, protectors that hold us back. So if you are normal, if you are like everyone else and have those voices, I think they become so second nature that we forget that they're there. But next time that you are approaching something that you feel really passionate about, maybe some big opportunity has come up and fear is starting to project itself, notice the voices that come into your head. What are they telling you? Where did they come from? And when you recognize that they are a part of you, that you are trying to protect yourself from some worst case scenario that will probably never happen, try to set yourself apart from these voices. Have a conversation with these voices. Tell them that you don't need them right now, and fall back on those other voices that lift you up, that empower you, that will help push you towards these things that you aspire to. Because as one of my favorite quotes says, the sky's not the limit, you are. So set those limits. Don't set those limits, actually have no limits. This literally, anything that you put your mind to, you can accomplish. We set our own limits, and unfortunately it's these little voices that usually set them for us. So break those limits down, allow yourself to push forward and succeed, accomplish, do everything that you set your mind to. And when those warning signs come up, recognize that there is fear, but fear is usually a good signal that you should be doing what you're doing. It's, you know, we're usually scared of following our dreams, of being bigger than we believe we can be. But those are good things, and use them to fuel your drive, to take you to greater heights. And I'd love to hear how you get on with this exercise. I am looking forward to creating more of these videos for you guys in the near future. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon.